Canada is under attack, and when I say those very words, people are automatically thinking migration, attack, war, what's going on in Canada? Well, you'll be very, very unsurprised to know that it's a freaking crow. I'm not making this up. There is a huge populations of crows up in Canada, and at the moment it is mating season. I believe mating season actually goes from April, May through to June, July, and they are actually quite vicious when it comes to actual mating season. So vicious that they actually have stopped post deliveries in some areas, but we'll get to that in a sec. Though in particular there is one crow called Canuck the Crow. I want to know who named this crow. Just give him a medal. But anyway, this Canuck Crow is actually very well known to police. He's actually wanted, but don't tell anybody. No, but seriously guys, Canuck the Crow is in all sorts of trouble and causing all sorts of harassment, and luckily Anita Sarkeesian is not up there because she would be triggered. Basically, he has gone through, and because it's mating season, him, her, it, don't assume agendas, is actually quite vicious at the moment. But even at the best of times, Canuck is a pain in the freaking ass. He has stolen a button from a police car. Back in May 2016, he actually swooped to steal a blade that had allegedly been used to threaten police officers. Yes, this crow is so badass that he almost stole crime scene evidence from a crime scene and flew away with it. In fact, the only reason he actually didn't steal the knife was because the police officers chased after him to get him to drop the blade. And for some reason now I can just imagine a whole bunch of cops running after a bird saying, "Come back!" In fact, these crows are such a problem, they've actually designed a webpage called Crow Tracker. Not making that up either. Where it actually tracks the crows in the area to let people know. And holy shit, have you seen how many of these things? Look, I'm not saying that killing wildlife is a good thing, but at this point in time you might want to think about culling the population a little bit, because it is going to look like something from the birds if it already doesn't. In fact, looking at this map, just pack your shit and move. If you live in these areas, leave. Just leave. Let the crows have that area, okay? Because there's one hell of a huge red spot on that map. But guys, all jokes aside, at the end of the day, he is a pain in the ass. He has actually stopped delivery of mail to certain areas. There was actually about 12 or 14 residents who couldn't actually get mail for several days because it wasn't safe for the postal delivery service. In fact, Sean Bergerman, I might be mispronouncing this, who maintains the Facebook group Canuck and I, oh my god, he even has his own Facebook page, which chronicles the crow's exploits, said the bird had repeatedly attacked a Canadian post worker, causing broken skin and bleeding. Shortly after, letters stopped arriving at his home and 2 adjacent properties. He wrote on the Facebook group that it has been about 2 months since his or his neighbours have received any mail. With the neighbours getting upset, there have been both subtle and not so subtle threats against Canuck's safety, he writes. Mr. Bergerman received a response from Canadian Post saying that we are safeguarding our employees by not delivering to areas where the crow has been known to attack until such time as the hazard no longer exists. Please, someone, for the love of God, tell 4chan that this is a thing if they don't already know, because this is going to be the next Harambe, you know. Now, this is just breaking, guys. We actually have some footage of the crows attacking. We'll play that right now for you.
I want you to go as quietly as possible. Do not make a sound until I tell you to run. Then run as quickly as you can. Now, does everybody understand? Yes, Hayward. All right, John, you lead the way.
Now, we're not sure what happened to the teacher and students. Apparently, they're split looking for the bodies. No, but in all seriousness, guys, look, obviously, this is a serious issue. The crow's attack, dude. You gotta watch out. But, guys, look, if anybody is in Canada, just freaking move. Apart from that, guys, that's where I'm gonna leave this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please smack a like. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment in the section below. I'm looking forward to reading some of those. And apart from that, guys, also we have started a Patreon page. I'm not sure if that link is right or not. I'll put a link in the description anyway. Due to the fact that a lot of my videos aren't actually monetized, they get slammed by demonetization. So if you do have anything spare that you want to throw in, feel free to, but it's not obligatory. Apart from that, guys, have a great night, enjoy yourselves, and watch out for the freaking crows!